Recently, I found myself in a situation that I didn't really like. I won't go into the details, but this situation was making me uncomfortable, and it was ruining fun things that just were not any fun anymore because of the circumstances. I had all sorts of reasons why I was stuck in that circumstance. I could have given you a list of reasons why I couldn't change it, why I had to stay there, why it was good for me to remain in this circumstance that was making me miserable. But in the end, I was just being made miserable by it. So, do you know what I did? The other day, I finally decided that I was going to make a different choice. The other day, I decided I was going to do something that I actually wanted to do. And so I changed the whole circumstance. I changed everything about it. And all the horrible things that I thought might happen if I changed something didn't happen. And in fact, I feel very excited about it. I'm really happy. No, that's not a very good example because you're not getting a lot of the details, but you understand, right? Sometimes we passively sit in bad circumstances and don't do anything about them simply because it might be hard to change the circumstance. It's scary to change sometimes. Sometimes we have good reasons for staying there. But being passive is usually not a good thing. I get going along to get along. I get doing what others want us to do, but passively enduring something that you just really don't want to do is a bad way to live. It is much better for us to make conscious decisions. It's much better for us to make better choices. It's much better for us to do the thing we know that is right than just passively sit there and take whatever happens. The Bible tells us over and over and over again that part of our responsibility in eternal things and in daily things is that we get to choose. God hasn't predetermined what you're going to do. You get to choose. In fact, one of the famous choosing passages comes from the book of Joshua. Joshua has been leading God's people for many years, and they've kind of leaned on him to show them the way and tell them about God and all these sorts of things. And as his life comes to an end, he gathers the people of God and says this to them. In Joshua chapter 24, verse 15, he says, "Choose for yourselves this day whom you will serve." He says, choose for yourselves. You've got to decide. You can't just passively go around being pushed around by everybody. You, at some point, need to decide. And so Joshua says, I hope you choose the Lord. In fact, he says, as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord. That's his choice, and he hopes that's their choice. And I guess I just want to remind you today that you can make choices. You don't have to stay stuck. You can move things around. You can change your circumstances. You can make choices. In fact, you must. Because not choosing is a choice too. Don't be passive. Choose the better way.